Factsverse presents 20 Dark Secrets Workers Don't Want You to Know About the Food at the Grocery Store. Everyone needs to go to the supermarket once in a while if you're going to keep your fridge and cupboards stocked. Unfortunately, grocery stores use manipulation, sneaky tactics, and they'll even outright lie to you. We have 20 dark secrets that workers don't want you to know about the food at the grocery store. What you learn here could change your attitude about shopping forever. In fact, you might want to share this video with your friends and family so they're in on it too. Also, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. If you go to the grocery store for a Granny Smith, Red Delicious, or any other type of apple that you love, the apples you buy could be old. Under the right conditions, apples can be stored for up to 12 months. So the apples that you're buying could have been picked the season before. If you want to be sure that you're getting fresh apples, you might want to go apple picking yourself. If you're going to buy more than just a few things at the supermarket, you're probably going to grab one of those shopping carts. Before using it, though, you'll want to wipe it down thoroughly because those things are filthy. People are holding the handles all day, leaving their germs behind. Children are just the right size to sneeze all over the handles of those shopping carts. And finally, a lot of supermarkets use shopping carts to bring garbage from one area to the other. Today, many supermarkets keep antibacterial wipes near the door, so the next time you go shopping, grab one of those wipes and use it on your shopping cart. Recycling is the responsible thing to do. It's good for the environment. However, supermarkets are famous for recycling items that probably shouldn't be recycled. For example, if meat on the supermarket shelf is about to expire, the supermarket butchers will be told to ground it into ground beef or ground meat or turn it into sausage. If chicken's about to spoil, the skin will start to turn green, so the supermarket will simply remove the skin and then sell it as skinless chicken. You ever wondered how the small bakery staff is able to make so many various types of bread, bagels, cakes, and other baked goods? What you might not know is that everything in the supermarket bakery isn't necessarily fresh. A lot of it comes in frozen, and the bakery staff simply defrosts it and heats it up. Even the baked goods that are made in the supermarket are made with pre-made dough that comes in frozen. There aren't too many things in a bakery that are made from scratch daily. Some people don't bag their fresh produce at the supermarket. That's a big mistake, though, because that checkout belt is filthy. People put their hands on that belt all day long. If there's juice leaking from one of your meat packages, it can leave salmonella and E. coli all over that belt for the next person to pick up on their food items. A cashier at a major supermarket agrees that the checkout belt is filthy and says that on busy days the belts never get wiped down because there's just no time. So the next time you go shopping, be sure to bag your produce and use hand sanitizer after you check out. Rodents try and find a place to live where food is plentiful. Well, where is more food than a supermarket? The back room of a supermarket is often infested with rodents, and many shelf stockers admit that they've seen rodents chewing on boxes and bags of food. Unfortunately, it's not just the back room where the rodents search. They can easily hide between the food on the shelves and chew through bags and boxes with their sharp teeth. If you look hard enough, you might even be able to find some rodent droppings. That's enough to make anybody want to avoid the supermarket. Some supermarkets have salad bars that look better than even the ones in the restaurants. If you usually bring home a salad from the supermarket, you might want to think twice about that. According to employees at some of the biggest supermarket chains, the store manager will often tell the employees to lie about the freshness of the food in the salad bar. The food can remain there for up to 7 days before being replaced. It's easier to make your own salad at home, primarily since the supermarket often uses the prepackaged ingredients they sell in the store anyway. Some people will avoid buying the supermarket brand because they worry that it may not be as good as the leading brand. But that's wrong. The supermarket brand is often almost identical or even truly identical to the name brand. In some cases, the supermarket brand and the leading brand are made in the same factory. The supermarkets just tweak the recipe a tiny little bit, and you probably would never know the difference. Grocery stores waste more food than you think. plenty of food goes into the dumpster, even before the expiration date. One supermarket worker says that it was his job to dump over 80 gallons of milk at a time that had not yet expired. According to the law, they're not allowed to donate the milk or give it away to their employees. The employee whose job it was to dump out the milk says he hated his job because he felt guilty afterwards. He knew families who were struggling to get by and could have used that milk. Instead, he had to pour it down the drain by law. Supermarkets have a satellite radio station that pumps through the PA system. The music selected by the station is usually classics and current music. The music they choose is not heavy, it's more relaxing. The music's chosen intentionally to relax shoppers and make them move slower. The slower a shopper moves, the longer they look at the products and the more they're tempted to buy them. Next time you're in a supermarket rocking out to the music, don't forget they're trying to reel you in with that music. Maybe bring in your own music, put on the headphones, and start shopping to AC/DC. While the parents control the grocery budget, they buy the things that their kids want. Supermarkets understand that too, and they have set up the store so that kids can see what they want and beg their parents to buy it. Candy is kept at the register, that way kids can spot it while waiting in line with their parents. The cereal aisle's also a trap. The sweet cereals that are loaded in sugar and often have cartoon characters on them, they're placed on the lower shelves so that the children can see them best. Your local supermarket is setting you up for your child to get their way. Supermarket employees aren't as diligent as they should be when it comes to taking expired items off the shelves. Many employees will put the new product in the front of the shelf and they won't rotate the old items out the way they're supposed to. That can result in you buying expired food and bringing it home to your family. If you purchase anything with an expiration date, check it. You can't trust that the supermarket staff has done it correctly. If you buy ice cream, don't bother racing home to keep it from melting. It's probably melted and then refrozen several times before you ever buy it. Rather than getting in an accident trying to rush home, just freeze the ice cream again, just like the supermarket did. If you're looking for a product but the shelf is empty, you can ask an employee to check in the back. Unfortunately, the employee may not really be helping you. Some use those few extra minutes to take an unscheduled break. Others will check the back room, but the product is too hard to reach and they'll tell you that they're just out of it. While many employees do this, some will actually try to help, but it doesn't happen very often, unfortunately. It's not uncommon for a shopper to decide that they don't want an item when they get to the register. The shopper may not be able to afford the item when the total is tallied, or a child could have put the item in the carriage without the parent knowing about it until they get to the register. If it's a frozen item, there's a good chance it's going to get thrown out. The cashier's not going to have time to run back to the aisle to put it back, and it'll melt. When that happens, it will often go in the trash. You ever noticed that essentials like milk and bread are located in the back of the store? That's not a coincidence. The supermarkets do that for a reason. They believe that if you have to go to the back to get what you're looking for, you'll be tempted by all the things you see while heading to the back, and you're going to spend more money. You might work hard to recycle at home, but unfortunately most supermarkets don't work that hard. According to many employees, trash, paper, plastic, and cardboard is often placed in the same trash bins. According to supermarket employees, many deli workers don't wash their hands, and they don't change their gloves regularly. If you need meat or cheese, you're better off going with the pre-packaged type. If you're thinking about using a motorized cart in the supermarket, think again. According to supermarket employees, the people who use those carts will often pee in them. Since the seats are only wiped down and not really cleaned, using one is pretty gross. If you're afraid of spiders, don't ever reach into a banana box. These are breeding grounds for spiders. Also, grape boxes tend to contain scorpions. It's best to look carefully before grabbing your fruit. Do you have any supermarket tips for us? Tell us in the comments and subscribe for more.